All right. Hey, audience. It's about 3:13 p.m. Sunday, November 17th, 2024. Happy 17th November, 2024. Happy Sunday, Bitbar. And today, I'm streaming from my YouTube account, and kya hua hai? I was made unconscious here at Panora multiple times, and it's all homosexual, pedophile, male child rapists entering, the building is since early morning. Everybody here is cyber hacked into my cellular phone now, because the employees they work here, they don't want to face charges for they don't want to face charges, for cyber hacking charges, which is it's a federal crime, it's a felony in the United States of America. Um, you know, the cyber hacking thing, they're them, hacking my device, watching it, monitoring it remotely, operating it, blocking it, and intercepting it, um, accessing it. And so what they're having people do is they're having the homosexual, pedophile, male child rapists, come in here, and they're having them hack my device, and then they're alleging that they're going to call the police on me, not to me, but overheard them speaking, and they can do that, because I already know, मुझे मेरे rights पता है, and that's why I left, Portland, Oregon on the date that yeah, I faced misconduct by judicial misconduct by Judge Benjamin Johnston, in what was it, at Multnomah County Courthouse. It's not called Multnomah County Courthouse, but it's a courthouse in Multnomah County. It's called, I believe. Anyways, that woman, she's already cyber hacked into my cellular phone, but she put hand out to her ear as if she's listening into what I'm saying. But really, what they're doing is eavesdropping, and there's once again cyber hacked into my cellular phone. All these people, once again, cyber hacking is a federal crime. I just need their face on camera, and then that once it's a felony. But they're trying to hack into my line and lock me out of it. It's linked to my social media account, my Tango Live broadcasting account, Royal Indian, ROYALINDIAN. This what do you call it? Now, there's there's like I think there's like 6 dimensional and 10 dimensional. There's all sorts of like facial recognition. There's this facial recognition technology, and then once again they have like 3 dimensional, 6 dimensional, 10 dimensional, and this is how the individuals' faces that are caught on camera, it's identified, as the individual, and anyways, also, what do you call it, the well, even the Jaipur cameras were there. It's actually pretty good in detecting, still, the iris of an individual. And I'm speaking from my experience, because that I always use facial recognition technology on my cellular phones. And this woman, Buria, just scanned my device again. She keeps creeping up on me, her and her Buddha man. And they keep, going back and forth, mere aage piche. And so, audience, I have not committed a felony, and they're trying to have me charged. Uh, you know, uh, like they're trying to charge me for a felony. What do you call it? This what's her name? This reality TV show star, Lilly Gallichi, of what was it? Shores of Sunset, from what was it? Bravo television station, and she has cyber hacked into my cellular phones, and she's misusing legal terms as something it's not. They're lying and calling this an escape, but and what it is a flea, and I don't even know if this term flea I don't even know if there is it's an actual charge. There's no actual criminal charge for this, fleeing, fleeing fleeing either from state to state, or province to province, or like nation to nation, unless you're being charged, like, unless you've actually committed an actual, you know, um, felony, federal crime. Minute federal crime Nikki. Number one, I was brutally assaulted and battered by a homosexual pedophile male child rapist that's employed as a security officer for Parker's hardware store, and he brutally beat me at the Subway store that's connected to the same building. It's one building, but it's separate suites of the building, and well, has to image bear. So that's what it's called. It's called a suite, you know. Anyways, so so yeah, and then the subway store is at the very end, as across of what do you call it? There's a Dollar Tree, and then a Dollar Tree and what is it? Grocery outlet are part of a separate building, and it's a lot connected on a separate. It's like a separate property, separate lot. However, the subway store is on one lot, one property, with the what do you call it? The Parker's Hardware, and once again this security officer, he was a Parker's hardware security officer. He had nothing to do with subway store, and the subway employees even told them, as long as she purchases something, she's welcome to stay in here, and even to closing hours, they authorized, they permitted it. I'm not sure if they called the police and informed police like what happened, what was done to me, but I think they witnessed like the brutal assault and stuff. And I think the subway store employee, I think she was I don't know if she was homeless or if she was just hired that day, but yeah, lot of people they witnessed what was done to me, like how this guy, he brutally assaulted and battered me, when I wouldn't let him go through my things. When you know the thing is, he trespassed me, and I left there, right, and then when I returned for my receipt, which was stolen from me, that's when he started brutally assaulting and battering me, and he held me there against my will, that I couldn't escape, and they're calling, there's falsely alleging that I trespassed onto the property when I was held there against my will, when I had only gone for a brief moment to just obtain the receipt, so that I have a proof of purchase, as what do you call it? Uh, Payment was made in cash, I believe, and I mean, many pasta prepaid cards and stuff, but is just anytime I make a payment like in cash, I want like to have the receipt. Why? Because on the prepaid card spread, and like what do you call it, when the transaction is made with card number, account number, or anything like that, you have that, you can obtain the receipts from your account, right? But then with cash, there's no account, right? Anyways, that's so I wanted to just obtain the receipt that I was here, and that this is what happened, and anyways, so what do you call it, so when I did return, he was stopped there stalling on me, and I think he was actually the one that arranged for the what do you call it, he's the one that arranged for the for somebody to steal the receipt, because they've probably figured I'm gonna go back to get the receipt. Anyways, he brutally battered me. I told the police what happened to me. They seen the bruises all over me, and they seen what do you call it, uh, that he grabbed me by my hair. He grabbed me by my hair. He knocked me down to the ground. Vijay, itna bura tarah se peeta usne, um, I believe I was pregnant too. But I had a rape pregnancy in my womb. I don't know how far along I was, and that fetus would have then died. Um, उससे मेरे उसने पटका मुझे उस what do you call it, concrete पर बुरी तरह से, bar bar, from front to back, and just yeah, I had, once again, I was bleeding. I had bruises all over, scrapes, snips, cuts, all that. I think they're watching out for when I stop the live stream. I'm not gonna stop the live stream. I'm gonna keep it going. Chahe mom I ya nahi I don't really care. I don't know, but I am gonna keep the live stream going. And I understand कि मेरे mom dad मुझे फंसाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. And so वो जो Lily Gallichi है, she already knows कि मैंने कोई felony नहीं commit की, that it was totally lawful for me, before the, what was processed. The number one, if there was a, uh, order, like warrant process. It doesn't process on the same date. It processes on the next date. So it would have been issued on that very day, and then processed by morning. At least anywhere by, I think, 11 a.m. It's processed. I'm not quite sure what the time is exactly, but they told me it's not processed till the next day. So it was totally lawful for me to come here. Yeah. So, and even a good process bhi hota, by that day, as long as I could have, as long as may escape. Because I don't mean the legal term for escape. As long as मैं वहाँ से जा सकती, on time. It's it people, they can't do anything. And these Larkia, I believe they're also hacked into my cellular phone. They're plotting. They're assisting homosexual pedophile male child rapists employed as Vancouver police and Clark County deputy officers. This is Panera on 164th and let's see, Mill Plain in Vancouver, Washington. And I guess these Larkia probably thought that I forgot the address here. I have not. They try all day, every day to lock me out of my line. They're not able to do it, and it's not just them. It's other cyber hackers. It's multiple cyber hackers, and they're assisting homosexual, pedophile, male child rapists. I have about 3 power banks that's 100% charged. And then मेरी दूसरी power bank, Mohammed, he damaged either the battery on it, or he's disassembled the battery. He did something to that power bank. It had about 24% battery on it, and then he did something to it that where it's unusable, and so that one is covered by insurance, and I believe with its barcode alone for the package, I would be able to get the, what is it, because I purchased insurance on it, a 2-year insurance. People told me to get the 10-year insurance on it, and I just thought it was too much. The two-year insurance is good enough for me. So and he's the only one damaging my power banks, my cellular phones, stuff like that. It's him. And once again, he sexually assaulted me on Monday, August 26, 2024. घर पर, inside the casual living room, which is on the southeast corner of the house, just before the eastbound window, directly before there actually. And what's his name? Imran Khan knows all about it. And these. Yeah, I don't think Lily Gallichi didn't witness that, but what's his name? Shervin. They called Shervin out, I think, on Monday, and I don't know if it was Monday or what day it was. But there were allegations made on me regarding his mother. I had an unwanted POCD thought in the the feeling and the thought was dark, and number one, I don't even know what his mom looks like. It wasn't a fantasy thing, and then Shervin, he thought I went to defecate his mom. He's going berserk. He's going crazy. And then he committed child sexual trafficking crimes upon male children of my social media accounts, of his racial background, of his national origin, of Iranian origin. Once again, this was Shervin Rupert. So I'd never, I wouldn't have ever suspected, or not suspected. I wouldn't have ever, what do you call it? Thought that Shervin could have do anything like that, but he did. He was involved in that, and then they're okay. So that Kutia, I don't know, is the Lily Gallichi, who it is. They're saying, yeah, I'm stupid. I don't believe that makes me stupid, but anyway. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. How can you do that to an innocent kid? Like, how can you do that to innocent children? Like, it makes no sense. Like, whatever problem you have with me, if you even if you say you to believe the allegations on me, why would you do this to innocent kids? Like, anyways, audience, I just want to quickly do the update on my cellular phone. There's a lot of people gathering and accumulating in front of me. मेरा left हाथ में खुजली हो रहा है. That does indicate पैसे actually में जाएंगे. And so that does mean that there's cyber hacking software on my cellular phone. They're likely gonna when mom comes, they're likely gonna shut they're gonna remotely intercept the website on my AT&T for my AT&T online prepaid account to do the update on it, so they can lock me out of the line. But they've tried many times; they weren't successful. But the problem is, if they shoot me unconscious, they can obtain the SIM and then they can have it, switched onto another SIM card that way. And so that's what I'm afraid of. And then I won't know, right? So that is what they're plotting to do. My parents, I think my parents have access to do that because they have what do you call it? They had my sister get a what do you call it? Like either a driver's license or something under my name and identity. So ID, they had my sister Rakshana issue ID under my name and identity, state ID. It's a what do you call it? Once again, it's a driver's license in the state of Oregon. I don't know how to drive. And मुझे interest थी drive करने में back when I was like about maybe 16 years old, and then I couldn't ever finish reading the manual, and I'm not sure why. किसी का नजर पड़ रहा था उस पर, but anyway, and they didn't want me to, but anyway, yeah, I don't care. There's uh, other things I wanted to do anyway. I wanted to pursue like a further education, but I wasn't able to do that because of my mom and dad. Um, they always prevented me. Then, anyways, me- I'm gonna if I end the live stream, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do either factory data reset on the cell phone, and I can do continue the live streams, or either that, or what I'm gonna do is there's a lot of black people entering here. Or the other thing, what I'm gonna do is I'll reset the applications. I'll disable the what do you call it, cyber hacking software applications, uh, and then Lily Gallichi, this is the same thing she did just yesterday when I was at the, what is it called, Fort Vancouver Library in downtown Vancouver, Washington. She made me unconscious, and then she cyber hacked that computer that I was on, and they reset, the website. They reprogrammed everything on there, kind of like how I was what do you call it? What am I trying to say? Like I was accessing a website through another website. It wasn't the actual website, and it is like, I don't know how to describe this. Anyways, so I think this was either taught to them by homosexual pedophile male child rapists employed as law enforcement or U.S. secret espionage agents that are homosexual pedophiles, or either that or this was taught to them by my parents, because I didn't think that's something she would even know anything about. They were granted access to this stuff. It's usually secret espionage agents that have access to do this. They have access to this stuff. And once again, this is a cyber hacking crime. Yeah. It's about 3:32 p.m. I'm gonna go ahead and charge my cellular phone a little bit more. I was made unconscious multiple times here. And then another time frame was about 2:21 to about 2:29 or 2:30 p.m. And they had black male gang rapists sexually assault, rape, violate me, and then they poured something in my mouth, down my throat. As I regained consciousness, मेरे खांसी आ रही थी, there are cameras, the video footage can be pulled up of the people, and you know like in the area they're in. Most of the cameras in the all right, audience. They opened another web page on my cellular phone, and the girls across of me calling me pedophile when I'm not a pedophile. I don't have any interest in little kids. I don't have any interest in little girls, little boys. They're trying to make me look like a pedophile to little girls, little boys. um, इतना बात सच है मैंने सोचा था रिजान के children के बारे में. And that's because what they came and did when they came मेरे घर पर and they were raiding around, they were committing child sexual trafficking crimes, exploitation crimes upon male children of Nightingale Broadcasting Count Royal Indian, and that's the psychological effect that it had on me. I never thought of doing anything. I don't know how to. My parents' mediums made a false allegations on me. Like how I love to okay. Well, I'm clearly my sexuality. I'm bisexual. I like beautiful women. And I have. I'm not. I'm not a man. I'm not a butch, but I have a bit of a masculine side to me, right? And so they seen because I was being video voyeured by my parents. I was they set up hidden audio video cameras in my bathroom. That once again, that's video voyeurism, and that is also a felony, a federal crime in the United States of America. That they were not permitted to do that. My parents, by me. And anyway, yeah. So what do you call it? They were recording me and streaming me to everybody, my parents, and then they gave access to my old contact Mohammed and his family, Mohammed Amir underscore US. I met on IranianPersonals.com back in year of 2009. AMIR underscore US. Yeah, and that is Rizan's father, by the way. And anyways, that bastard Rizan, them and their whole family, they were cyber hacked into my cellular phone, and also in the hardware and software that I was being streamed with by my parents to them and everyone else. Anyway, so they seen yeah, I like that I like to you know um you know basically that I well, how can I say that I like to that I like to do what I do. I like to well how do I state this that basically that um like for example eh, I'm so how do I state this um okay, basically I like to do hardcore, I like to well, I well I'm the, how do I God I wouldn't call myself butch, okay, but I'm like as far as like in the So in that type of God, how do I state this? So I I am okay. Oh, so hmm, I can't figure how to say it, how to state this. Yeah. Um. So so in a sexual encounter, or what do you call this, like I so I so what am I'm trying to say in like you know um, so in what do you call this, so in a sexual encounter with a female, or somebody of the same gender, um I would be the dominant one, and I like to hardcore smashing, right? And so I was doing that, right, pillow pair, and what do you call it? Razan and his family, they seen me, and so what? And then my parents, mediums, were hired by homosexual pedophile male child rapists. They made a false allegation on me of wanting to do that to Razan's little boy, his youngest son, the beautiful one. And yeah, I never even thought that. And then they all wanted to kill me, what do you call it, I heard, and how I knew that is because I heard my mom state that, and that wasn't even true. And then they psychologically put that in my head, that I felt guilty of wanting to do that when I would never do that. I never do that to any kid. Number one, I'm not even, मेरे पास ऐसा कोई feeling भी नहीं है, towards like, and any child. um I think that's this that was number one, sick and mentally disturbing to me at first, and it was like a joke because I never do that. Baby went to bath today. Anyway, these guys are confident I'm gonna go to jail, but there's no actual, क्या कहते हैं उसको, like legal grounds मुझे arrest करने के लिए to charge me with, not lawfully anyway. And then the evidence that's against me is a circumstantial evidence. It's not a solid concrete evidence. It's not one where I can be arrested, detained, or what do you call it, convicted for, prosecuted for. Audience, I had no idea, but when I was at the transit stop on 164th and Mill Lane in Vancouver, Washington, here, I don't know if it was nighttime or morning time. I think it's nighttime. There was a song that came into my head. I don't know how it came into my head. It did. Is the song "Mishran Pe Mishran," right? And I was thinking how it sounds. Actually, it sounds so much like she's singing "Mujhe the Mujhe Pe." And so yeah, I did a video, for British Asian people. they're singing stuff like Landi Gori Gori, and they're making very sexual songs, sexually explicit songs. So I just thought it was supposed to be a funny video anyway. Anyways, but I didn't comment on that song, Mujhe Rang De, um, because I figured like Indian people, they would be very angry if I because that's very indecent. It's just and a lot of people they probably like that. I like that song, but anyways, yeah, even people in Britain, they don't all British Indians, British Asian people, they don't have that type of sense of humor. As they're, I mean, a lot of them do, but not all. Yeah, a lot of people won't like that. वो लोग समझते हैं कि मैं नंबर वन उन लोगों ने अपने बेबी गर्ल को मेरी तरफ फेस किया एंड देन वो बार बार मेरी तरफ ताक रहे हैं मैंने सिर्फ वेव कर दिया एक आध बार बट anyways they're acting like कि मेरा कोई like वैसा कोई you know intention है उनकी child की तरफ but I don't I'm not feeling anything like that yeah, I don't. These people are mistaken. What they're thinking about me. I'm not a sexual predator to little girls or little boys. All right, quickly, audience. I'm gonna do the update on my seller. It is now 3:45 p.m. Valerie is Tiffany Amber Thiessen. That's the only Valerie I know. And so obviously in the Tiffany Amber Thiessen ko yahan par bulaya. Um, which actually my sister Roxana was a Tiffany Amber Thiessen fan. Valerie. That was one of the roles she played in. I don't know which was it. Was it on Saved by the Bell or was it on 90210 Beverly Hills 90210? I'm not sure. Valerie, I think she played no, she played Kelly Kapowski on Saved by the Bell. She played Valerie. I'm guessing on Beverly Hills 90210. Anyways, that is who Valerie is. So, audience, they're doing this how and why? Because I have this POCD problem, right? If it's put in my head psychologically, कि मैं कुछ करना चाहती हूँ, like say people make these comments and stuff, like that unwanted thought or that unwanted feeling might start to happen, but that doesn't mean that I have any intention towards any child or any thought or any fantasy like that. And rather, I have a disinclination and aversion to any such unwanted thoughts or unwanted feelings. Barbara Mijitake, I didn't know what to do. I can't even like look at her. What's being said about me? Okay, Lilly Gallichi and those kuttas, they locked me out of my text messages. There's a whole bunch of text messages coming in, and they're remotely using my text messaging application, them and homosexual pedophile male child rapists. And people recruited into the program that are aiding and abetting them, catering male children of my social media accounts to them. I think mom and dad are plotting to have me arrested right tonight. They can't have me arrested. I already know, Where that was why my mom said chhod ke gayi. It was state versus Rumeena. It wasn't, it wasn't, and also I wasn't being tried for felony, these aren't federal charges. These are not felony charges. From what I understand, this is a minor misdemeanor charge, and the fact मैं वहाँ से चली गई, that's called flee. It's fleeing, and it's not the same thing as escape. That Kutia is falsely alleging. How I know what escape is, because that's something I was being charged for, um, and that case was dismissed because well, I mean, because I, number one, I was tricked, I was trapped, and then they were a fraudulent case was being pursued against me. Um, Audience, all I've been hearing people say is that that they're saying that many pants miss shit ki when I never did anything like that. And they're saying that ki मैंने you know कि मैं सोच रही थी किसी को sexually defecate करने के, मैं सोच रही थी किसी को pasta करने के. I never do that. I wasn't even thinking of that. Hi, baby. Hi. Mm, yeah, she keeps waving at me, and she will happy ho rahi hai as I'm as I'm speaking, and yeah. Yeah, she keeps baby keeps waving at me. Unless वहाँ पर कोई है, and maybe वो उनको देख रही है, वो उनको excited हो रही है देखकर. Hmm. They said sergeant. Okay, well, that's why I'm gonna keep my live streams going all day, every day, and I'm gonna see what they try to do. In case of any kind of like, in case they try to arrest me, I'll have it on my live stream, and I already know, the arrest would be illegal, unlawful, um, and once again, that's the type of police misconduct, where this is too many homosexual pedophile males. It's one after the other. यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं, and some of them are even employed. मेरे पाँव में इतना pain हो रहा है. It's nice and sunny outside right now. It's raining. You know, there was heavy rain outside a little bit earlier. Audience, I'm just gonna quickly check what is the time. They've enabled or installed something on my cellular phone that the battery is draining out really fast, and that it takes long to charge. Audience, I didn't actually have any thought. Is yesterday okay, so it was about um it, I don't want to keep mentioning Imran's name. I don't want to make him angry, him and his family. But so it was more like of an unwanted feeling that was happening, or vision में उन्हीं लोग को देख रही थी. And then I don't know what my parents mediums are alleging about me, but anyways, I understand that with your dark feeling or which is your dark thought, it's वो जादू का असर है. I tried to explain that to them, and their anger and hostility towards me. It's वो जादू का असर है, you know. And it was done over me multiple times last night when they were here, their family. I had no idea, they were in the back somewhere. And they didn't make a single peep, a single sound. Anyways, मैं उन लोगों से नहीं problem चाहती हूँ. And I don't know why. Why did Mama do this with one of my favorite musical artists? Just a minute. And then I don't know. I just keep wondering to myself, why वो यहाँ पर क्यों आया था in the first place, मेरे घर. इमरान probably मुझे hate करता है, but anyway. My mother and father, they're doing this dark tantric black magic thing, um, over everybody, with this devil practice of this demoness Kali. Well, what do I do? I can get rid of all my stuff I have of Imran Khan's. मैं फेंकना नहीं चाहती हूँ, because um, his music and stuff. Um, मैंने सुना था जब all right, audience. Just quickly, it is about 3:57 p.m. Today is Sunday, November 17th, 2024. I'm coming quickly in the live stream. We're about, well, I suppose I'll wait it out till we're about 45 some minutes into recording. So we're pretty close. Right now it's about 44 minutes, 42 seconds. And then I'll continue the live stream in a little bit. All right, 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 9, I suppose I'll wait till 45 minutes, 16 seconds. 45 minutes, 16 seconds into recording. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream.